On Tuesday, 4th of June 2019, News Corp journalist Annika Smethurst's home was raided in Canberra. They searched through her mobile phone, computer and even her underwear drawer.
Have you a view on what happened in Australia last night?
Well, that's another issue that what's been happening in Australia. We've got the last 2 days, we've had police raids on News Corp, a prominent journalist, a political editor, award-winning journalist, originally from Monash University, and so her home was raided, and then we had a further raid the following day at ABC headquarters in Ultimo.
And then just yesterday, Wednesday the 5th of June 2019, the AFP raided the national broadcaster of Australia, the ABC's headquarters in Sydney. This was due to a report they wrote back in 2017 titled The Afghan Files.
And so even Australia's been regarded in the Pacific as a sort of paragon of media freedom, but it's been steadily declining in media freedom in terms of the world indexes and so on. So when these sort of things happen right here with a large neighbour in the region, it's no wonder that many of the Pacific leaders are taking their cue and want to impose as many controls as they can on the media and basically shut journalists up.
Sometimes when those kind of things happen, you wonder, what are they thinking? But I think it is within the nature of those that are in power that they want control, and media is the greatest threat to power if it's not held accountable.
The New York Times has described the raids as a dangerous act of intimidation towards those committed to telling uncomfortable truths. The British Broadcasting Corporation have commented on the raids as well. They said, "The police raid against our partners at ABC is an attack on press freedom which we at the BBC find deeply troubling. At a time when the media is becoming less free across the world, it is highly worrying if a public broadcaster is being targeted for doing its job of reporting in the public interest." Claire Harvey, Deputy Editor of the Sunday Telegraph, had these words to say: "All media organisations should be concerned about who's going to be next. There will be more raids. That's inevitable. There are plenty of stories I can think of that the government might be targeting next." 7 federal police officers spent several hours going through every drawer in Smethurst's home, the kitchen drawers and underwear drawer. Her cookbooks, they went through every page. It's interesting they haven't searched Annika's office. This is a really chilling example of what happens when government thinks they aren't going to be held to account. And finally, Gavin Morris, the Director of News at the ABC, said, "Our journalists do a really difficult job. I'm proud of what they do. They do it in the public's interest. I'd say to all the journalists at the ABC and all the journalists across Australia, don't be afraid of the job you do. Stand up and be proud of it and continue to act in the public's interest, knowing the stories you tell and the service you provide the community is a vital one for our democracy."
There is a culture of fear that still exists in the relationship between media and government. And I think that is a situation that is not going to improve soon. It will continue to be as long as there are people in government that are power greedy, that do not want to be criticized and held accountable. There will always be this tension between media and government.